had to be. Oh, great save, real class.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Good clearance and very necessary. Barcelona have it back and they can go again. That is terrific skill. Hits one! Milan have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Referee's given a throw. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Milan really are defending from the front.
They are, and this type of pressing is a case of counter-attacking a counter-attack. It's high octane and high pressure, high fitness.
Guardiola. Hoists it forward. Tries to get it forward quickly. The ball has crossed the line and it's a throw. Roberto Baggio. Out to the right. He's got options out wide. Crowd calling for him to shoot. Has a pop! Is the shot on? Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt. Milan making another change here. Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Maldini.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
So there's going to be another change here. Tries a shot! He's pulled off a fine save.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
And it's been taken short. Gets it into the middle. Gets good distance on it. That's gone a long way up and away. And it's played forward. He's had a shot! Has a hit! Back of the net!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Well, as they say, Peter, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. And we've just witnessed a player who was rewarded for his willingness to take a risk, as cunning as it comes.
This is quite a battle.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Gets a good foot in there. It's a fine challenge and it goes his way. Dashing forward at pace. Nadal. Guardiola.
Barcelona merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Maldini. Now it's Maldini. Oh, real danger here. Has a go! Away from immediate danger.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Barcelona go in search of their winner. And they've been caught out here. Maldini goes hurtling down that left-hand side. Got a sight of... hits one! Oh, he's managed to miss it.
Maldini has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Danger averted for now. Driving on, he could shoot here.
Milan showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Baresi. Chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Forward it goes. Brings it forward. Has a pop! Yes, he's done it! Late in the day, this could well be it!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Barcelona take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Barcelona just have to run down the clock. Into stoppage time. They must make something of this.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
Goes for goal! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
They've played it short. And he's there to hoof it away. Guardiola. Blanc. Deep into stoppage time. Maldini. Desai. And that is that. Well, whatever the shortcomings on either side, it was a great game to watch, just one between them. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So it's away we go then. Roberto Baggio. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Keeper sends it forward. Guardiola. Brought forward. Has a pop! A real chance and a real let-off.
Still a cracking effort. Really looked like a man on a mission the way he went through on goal.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Natal. Cuts it out. Figo. And the shot! Defending of the desperate variety. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Now it's Figo. Just brushed off the ball there. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Albertini. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Roberto Baggio. Roberto Baggio! Blanc. Up towards the front line. Well, that's where he wants it. Figo. Milan playing high up the pitch here, very much taking the front foot approach. Baresi. Forward it goes. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game. Shoots! Same again, same outcome.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Sergi. Nadal. Guardiola. Hits one! And he's there to make a great save.
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
Tries to get it clear. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, it's opened up nicely for... Has a hit! Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Gets it upfield. And he's shown him a clean... Roberto Baggio! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt. Only partially clear. Hoists it forward. Besai. Has a hit!
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Blanc. And it's played forward. Albertini. Roberto Baggio! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Guardiola. Figo. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Lofted in with a header! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
Barcelona take the lead, 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
And it's Maldini. Savicevic. And the weighted pass. That intervention was very necessary. Plays it out to the flank. He's left his man. Corner it is. They've played it short. And here's Figo. Flings in a cross. Up he gets! Good stop. That wasn't easy.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Real chance! Oh, didn't catch it right.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Sergi. Tries to get it forward quickly. Baresi. Maldini. Oh, and the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Albertini. Barcelona are in control here on the brink of half-time. Shapes to shoot! Danger averted for now. And that's been won straight back. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Aimed in towards the... Gets up to head it! Sergi. Hardly anything between the sides. And the score is 1-0. Has a goal!
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Baresi. Hoists it forward. Reisiger. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? He's pinged one through here. He's gone for it! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
Forward it goes. Oh, the ball's come loose. Gets good distance on it. Gets it back. It's gone out for a throw-in. Gets it back. And there is the half-time whistle. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with their first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain their momentum now and finish the job.
Barcelona come in, having established that lead. A game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough. So
up to meet it! He will be livid with himself.
well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Sergi. Ball's out on the left now. Baresi. Across the field it goes. Maldini. Plays it over to the other flank. Brings it forward. Shot a goal!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Sergi. Going for goal! Oh, that is an awful miss.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Albertini. And it's played forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
That's good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? There are a few waiting for it. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Well played, he saw that coming. He'll hit it! Decent enough try.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
That's a terrific surge down the right. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now. Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Just has to be done.
Goes long. Well, the pressure is relentless. It's a very, very high press.
Yeah, because it's all about winning the ball back at the earliest opportunity. A trigger by one player.
He's had a shot! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Shapes to shoot. And that's off target.
Well, Peter, he clearly felt he was being invited to shoot, and it wasn't the worst decision he could have made.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Savicevic. Albertini. Hits one! Driving on now, what can they conjure from here? Tried to play it through.
Look, he's offering an apology to his teammate, who's clearly miffed at not being picked out despite making what looked like the right run.
What a throw in. Milan making another change here. Chance! It's anyone's ball.
Yeah, just thinking about the goalkeeper again, he really had to be at his best, didn't he?
That's a throw. Hoists it forward. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Blanc. Gets wrestled off the ball.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Done very well to intervene.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Desai.
Milan are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Ball through needs to be good here. Barcelona could counter here. He's through and it goes for goal!
Barcelona are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
Forward it goes.
Barcelona really are almost trying to pass the ball through a brick wall at the moment. You can see the sense of anxiety has now shifted to the stands.
Barcelona just have to run down the clock.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Brought forward. What does he try from here?
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
He's gone for it!
Well, I suppose it wasn't the worst attempt if you consider how far out he was.
Bulk. Confirmation that there will be 2-minute stoppage time. Plays it out to the wing. Maldini. Into stoppage time. They must make something of this. Has a look and plays it in. Nadal. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Barcelona, hold on. It's a narrow squeak, bit of luck, some judgment. 1-0 the score at the final whistle. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, a result which owed much to grind and graft, Peter. Not the prettiest of wins, but a very professional performance, I would say. And a clean sheet, of course, is always very welcome.
Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.